Arriba, Rovi, Belaru, Navaosun, Iyama, Yalo, Shagbanawa, Dadao. 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 Egula la la mi so, egula la la mi wa, koriko karelewo. Egula la mi so, egula la mi so, egula la mi wa, koriko karelewo. Egula la mi so, egula la mi so, egula la mi wa, koriko karelewo. Egula la mi, egula la mi so, egula la mi wa, koriko karelewo. Egula la mi, egula la mi so, egula la mi wa, koriko karelewo. Egula la mi so, egula la mi so, egula la mi wa, koriko karelewo. Egula la mi so, gangang shumegu, 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 gangang shumegu. Egu bere mi ajare, erikokoto, bere mi ajare, egu bere mi ajare, erikokoto, korikoto, bere mi ajare, korikoto, korikoto, egu bere mi ajare, korikoto, korikoto, egu bere mi ajare, egu bere mi ajare, bere mi ajare, erikokoto, korikoto, egu bere mi ajare, erikokoto, korikoto, bere mi ajare.
Asimada. Asishi.
Wale wa egungu ibao wale o
Ancestors, we call on you to fight the fight on our behalf. Ancestors, we call on you to walk on our enemies. Asheo.
Chile ko fuwa la welewa. Chile ko fuwa la welewa. Chile ko fuwa o. Niwa lo niwa. Niwa lo niwa. Masheta wano Shile kufuwa o Shile kufuwa la welewa Shile kufuwa la welewa Shile kufuwa o Niwa lo niwa Niwa lo niwa Masheta wano Shile kufuwa o Shile kufuwa la welewa Shile kufuwa la welewa Shile kufuwa o. Niwa lo niwa. níwà ló níwà má ṣe tà wá nù sílẹ̀ kò fún wa o sílẹ̀ kò fún wa láwẹ̀lẹ̀ wá sílẹ̀ kò fún wa láwẹ̀lẹ̀ wá sílẹ̀ kò fún wa o níwà ló níwà níwà ló níwà má ṣe tà wá nù sílẹ̀ kò fún wa o.
Open the doors for us, oh God. Open the doors for us. You own us. You own us. Do not throw us away. Open the doors for us.
Aboro, Aboye, Aboshishe, to all the listeners of the Street 919 FM. It's all about the Ifa Orisa Way of Life program here on the Street 919 FM. We also streaming live on the Street 919 FM Facebook page. We're also streaming live on Iwa TV, on YouTube. So, to my brother Olore Shaka.
Asheo. Greetings, Trinidad and Tobago. This is the Ifa Orisa Way of Life, live on the Street 919. We say Ekabo, welcome. This is Ojo Ajay, the day of wealth, the day of breakthrough, the day of prosperity. Whatever we are lacking in our lives, may Olodumare, may our Ori, may the Irumole, may our ancestors assist us to get to where we need to be. As Ifa says in Okoro, Onwari, that Olodumare is the universal spirit guiding this world. Ifa says if Olodumare wants, the sky could be made from black to white. Ifa says if Olodumare so chooses, the sky can turn red. If Olodumare so wishes, Olodumare can turn the moon into a blue moon. And that shows the power of our Creator. So before we do all things, we must acknowledge our source and our sustainer, which is Olodumare. So for those who may be tuning in for the first time, again, this is always a teaching program. When we say Iba, it simply means I give homage to. We give homage to. So we say Iba Olodumare. Iba Ori, our inner consciousness. Iba Baba, Iba Yeye, homage to our parents. Iba Uluwo, Iba Ojubona, Iba Iyanifa. Homage to our spiritual guides and our spiritual parents. We say homage to our ancestors. We say homage to the sunrise and homage to the sunset. We say homage to Barami Agboniregun, Orenmela Eleripui, Ibikeji Olodumare. We pay homage to Akoda. We pay homage to Asheda. We pay homage to Baba Eshu. We pay homage to Baba Ogun. Ogun Lakaye, Oshimole. We pay homage to Kabiyesi Shango, Uluku Solalu, Bambi, Omorigba Tashegu. We pay homage to Orishanla. We pay homage to Yemu. We pay homage to Oya. We pay homage to Yeye Yemoja. We pay homage to Oloku. We pay homage to Uluweri. We pay homage to Obaluwaye. We pay homage to Baba our sign. We pay homage to Onile, Mother Earth. We pay homage to Orisa Je. May wealth always locate us. We pay homage to Bogbo Orisha, all the Orisha, all the positive energies that guide us in this world. We pay homage to our Egbe Aye, we pay homage to our Egbe Arum. Muso. As we have acted and gave homage to where homage is due, may we be successful in our program tonight. May our program reach all listeners across every part of this country. And as we start this program, we offer a special prayer, for our people. May we continue to grow from strength to strength. And may we achieve a blessing. A blessing that we have all been praying for. May whatever we have been praying for, may Olodumare grant us our blessing. Those who lack homes, may the way open for us to own a home. May those who are seeking spiritual growth and elevation, may we achieve spiritual growth and elevation. May those who are seeking the forgiveness of Olodumare, may Olodumare, the ancestors, forgive you. May all of us who are seeking good grace, may we achieve and get good grace.
Ben.
We offer a special prayer as well for our elders. May our elders continue to live long in good grace and good health. We offer a special prayer as well so that, our children, would be properly covered and properly fenced from all obstacles and all negative principalities that is out there to turn them away from walking on that positive road. And in all things, we say thank you, Olodumare. We say thank you to our ancestors. We say thank you to our parents. Because without our parents, we are nothing in this world. So we give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. I just want to go on and say a special congratulations to the members of Orisa Ojubo Omolu Shrine in Egypt Village, Shogunas. They just concluded their Obaluaye Festival. And within that festival, my brother here, Alatumishe, he was granted by the grace of Olodumare.
Benny.
He is now called the Maji Obaje Obaluaye of Trinidad and Tobago. I repeat it again. He is now the Maji Obaje Obaluaye of Trinidad and Tobago. And I say congratulations to you.
Thank you,
the work you have been doing on the program. It's only Olodumare who knows who would wear the crown.
Benny.
And we give thanks, and I give thanks. And I'm saying it on this platform here. Well deserved, and continue to move from strength to strength. May your crown bring you, closer to Olodumare. Ashe. So congratulations, brother. Maji Obaje. Ashe.
Thank you very much to Oloye Shaka. My brother we have been doing this program here on the Street 919 FM. The next month we'll be celebrating 4 years.
4 years.
And I just want to say to the loyal listeners of the Street 919 FM, members of the diaspora, all elders, all shrine leaders, all shrines who have been supportive of myself and Olowe Shaka. Thank you for bestowing this prestigious title onto me. I am not for fame or fashion, as a child of Orisa Lan, Ubalofu Noba Pata Pata, Orisa Lashe, the king of the white cloth. I say thanks much to, and this was not, this had a Dafa Old Milia speak, and as I must say thanks to the members of the shrine also, thanks to the members of the management of the Street 919 FM, all the sponsors, thanks, because this has been given to me. I am in the community, and this has been given to me because of the work we have put on here on the Street 919 FM every Monday.
From since 2020.
Because, he's in the ancestral realm now, the great Eren Falami. He has paved the way for us. He has paved the way for us. And when we are all have returned back, someone will come again and do this program. The succession planning has to happen, and I want to say that to members in the diaspora, we should be glad. We should celebrate for all the appointees of that Ubaluaye festival that happened. All who sat with HSM Uba, Arwela Fakayode. It wasn't no friend or no nothing, but I must say, let us appreciate, let us move forward, upward movability for the Sheshe community.
Upward.
Sheshe Lagba. May Olodumare continue to bless us. May the Rumale continue to bless us. May the ancestors continue to bless us. May Obaluaye continue to bless us. And when I heard Obaluaye speak, I heard Yomoja speak, and I heard the other deities speak, it leaves me, if I shoot, Ifa is universal.
It is.
Ifa is universal. And I thank Olodumare for my brother here, the Udu encyclopedia, as I call him.
Oh my God.
So I must say thank you very much. And I will do my best. And I will try. And I want to say...
Master Bricks, I'll just stop you there one time. Tell the people what Majo Baje means. Tell the people. Master Bricks, brother. Don't play running off there. Master Bricks.
The Olowe Django, man.
I have to tell you.
The Olowe, I will just like to give thanks to my spiritual mother, Yeye Oshun of Ibadan land, Iyamode Oje Igungun of Ibadan land, Yeye Asa Ile Yoruba, Olori Abaye Ogboni Agbaye, President General of Omileri Alaragbo Global Foundation, President General of Alaragbo Cultural Heritage Center, Yeye Alaragbo Udoduwa, from our royal father Oni of Ife.
Benny.
She said, Allah Tumishe, you have done well, and she said to me that Majio Baje means don't let it be destroyed. That is the meaning. Once you see any fault or issues in the Sheshe community, you are to put it right. So I will do my best, along with the other chiefs elected on this prestigious council, and I give thanks and praise for that. Also, Bamidele Bajowa of Nigeria congratulated me. The head of the Kenny Cyrus Al-Kibalan also reached out to me. I'll just like to say to my Baba, Ifa, Ifa Lashe, Egunleti Pomeleri, I say thanks much, Chief Oramfe, Baba Mitchell, Yeye Agbamola, a lot of people contacted me. Orisa K. Fraser said to me, she said, stop pay attention to all the noise, the distractions on reaching your true potential. The rest will fall into place. You do what you are appointed to. Do it with honor and respect, firstly, and to get the blessings of the elders is very good.
Ashe.
There are some will contest and vex, but they are carnal man. Olodumare speak, Old Milia speak. You understand? So for not no fame or fortune, the Diratron, Ifa Orisa way of life has begun.
Ashe.
Olowe, Shaka, Maji Obaje, Alatu Mishe, Ifa Abamishe, Aganki of Trinidad and Tobago. We are here. So, the sponsors of the Ifa Orisa way of life, I want to tell folks of the Sheshe community, it is not free to run this program. I give thanks and praise to the management and staff of the Street 919 FM for letting us be here every Monday.
Facts.
It is not cheap. Drip by drip go fully bucket. Myself and Shaka don't want the money. But Chini Bashment Limited, send your little sponsorship. Send it. Support the Sheshe community. Those of you on the live, Antana Lane says good night. We are locked on from San Fernando. Yola Risha K. Fraser says congratulations on your achievements, and all the other persons appointed. Love to all. Alison Joseph Patrick says Ekale. Jamie JJ Simmons. Yes, Oloe. Introduce him to all. Imagine Anwe says congratulations to all. Karen Ford all the way in the US. Says congratulations to you, my brother. Blessings. Candace Samuel says blessings to all. Maureen Andrews says greetings. Mary De here is watching. Shango Fomeleri Batiste is watching. Ayomori Solomon is watching. Fabrice Barker, he's watching. He's also one of the elects chiefs on the panel.
Benny, congratulations to all.
All. Ian Paul is watching. Shaq Douglas, he says good night, brother. So the sponsors, Kamara's Culture Store located at Adams Main Road, Shogunas, store number 26 and 27. Contact us at 868-672-8438 and 868-320-8866 for all your authentic African products. The Nubian Experience, high quality African and African inspired clothing for today's kings and queens. We ship internationally. Contact number 688-1979. Email the Nubian Experience at gmail.com. Executive Exotic Vet Service, Dr. Nigel Loa, DVM, Veterinary Surgeon, 103 West Drive, Chamflair, available for house calls. Telephone number 372-9121 or email nigelloa@hotmail.com. Also, Ifun Kemi Spiritual Creations at Facebook, ifunkemi.creations on TikTok. Also, Olokun Business Solutions. So I got to also Ifun Kemi Spiritual Creations, palm oil, black soap, Rogbo, Obi, shea butter, animals, Orisa pots, Ekins, LKs, waist beads. Contact number 363-1601. Facebook, Ifunkemi _spiritual_creations. Instagram, same as above. TikTok, Ifunkemi.creations. I got a shout out Mother Mercedes and a group who has been supportive of the Street 919 FM, Ifa Orisa Way of Life. Bella, Carol, Lady Mark, Simeon Leon, Joko Tifan, all other members. Also, IBA 4th edition, IBA Music Festival, Saturday, May 11, 2024, Naparima Bowl Amphitheater, artist Empress Ajay, Farmer Nappy, Jaron Nurse, Darren Shepherd, and NLCB Fonclair, Naomi Sennett. Tickets available at the following locations: Cache, Center City, East Gates, Gulf City, Port of Spain, and Chin City, Java Nation at Food Wall, Piaco Plaza, Sion's Bar, San Fernando, online at Island Tickets. WhatsApp contact number 868-770-1241. Naparima Bowl box office on May the 10th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and May the 11th, 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. celebrating the divine feminine energy. Also, on Iba 4th, there's a giveaway for the best dressed mom at the Iba Music Festival. 2 tickets to Grenada. The Spice Isle, boys. Oloye?
We should go.
Yeah? The Spice Isle. You know, so all you get down to the box office and make it nice. I'm just gonna play one more ad on the program here.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Dr. Jillian Sampson and her team, over many years at their doctor's office, herbal store, and vegan takeaway restaurant, were able to restore persons with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other health conditions. Dr. Jillian believes that all diseases are 100% reversible if your body's in the right conditions and if God's name is glorified in your life. Visit their St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores, located at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Call them at 362-3427 or 769-8070 for more info.
This is a very important topic because based on what is happening in the world at present, a lot of people have been affected by a lot of evil things that have been taken place in our country and the world by extension. So the concept of El Nini, it is the energy of negativity, or some would say the energy of evil. So this would be a expose on the Ifa concept of that type of energy. Ashe? So let's go.
Ifa teaches Ori. Personal consciousness is eternally linked to Igun, the collective spirit of our ancestral lineage. This means the life lessons of each individual are absorbed by the collective spirit of Igun. In the process of Atunwa, meaning reincarnation, the elevation of an individual life has an impact on the elevation of an entire family lineage, which in turn has an impact on the quality of life everywhere on earth. Shaka?
And hey, we always say, Ifa says, where does one come from is where one shall return.
Benny.
It means that we are from a place, we are from a family lineage, a family lineage. We are not here by our mere selves. Ifa is saying here that whatever we do in this sojourn of our existence, it is for the elevation of our lineage.
Benny.
It is for the elevation of those who have to come after us. So it tells us in these words here that whatever we do, we have to think about those who are coming after us. we have to think even about those who came before us. Because these are the factors that would determine our success on earth presently and the success of those who are coming after us. It is the foundation that our ancestors have laid for us that we are standing on. And it's the foundation that we presently have to lay for those who are coming after us. Because what we are right now is a collection of the experiences and the handwork and the work our ancestors have laid for us right now. Case in point, our ancestors worked hard. They sent us to school. They may have bought land. They may have started some business that some of us were able to inherit. You understand? We are inherently dependent mostly on the strength of our ancestors. Ashe? Let's move forward.
So, improving the quality of life on earth literally improves the condition of the planet. Affecting the quality of interaction between humans and the spirits of forces in nature, Ifa calls Orisa. In simple terms, the development of good character affects life on earth and life in the realm of the ancestors. The metaphysical implication of this world view influences how we see ourselves and the world around us. This is known as consciousness. Reality, consensus reality, meaning human consciousness, literally shapes and defines the world we live in. For example, if you believe you are born in original sin and you believe nothing can change your essential nature, there is no compelling reason to engage in spiritual discipline to improve your life. If you believe you were born a good and blessed person in an abundant universe, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. The world remains the same. How we perceive it, it is everything.
But that's an unknown fact. What does Ifa say about the condition of this world? Ifa always tell us that it's our duty to come and make this world into a better place.
Ashe.
Making this world a better place is also largely dependent on one's iwa, one's character.
Ben.
How you would affect those around you, how you would affect your children, how you would affect your neighbor, how you would affect the animals, the planet that others have to come and inherit. Having good character is a broad term, you know. But it also tells us that we must always be looking at ourselves in order to ensure that we are on the correct trajectory of our destiny. Meaning that we are not doing things that are outside of the natural order that Olodumare have designed it to be. Not walking in the path of your destiny. It's you being out of character. Not walking the path of your destiny as well means that you are functioning out of character. A lot of times we say that this person needs to look at their character. Character simply means, are you functioning in the way you are innately made to be? Some of us have chose wonderful destiny in Orun, and then we came to IA. But when we came here, many of us have strayed away from our path. You understand? Our Ori, our head, have become corrupted. So many of us are doing things out of balance. You understand? You're doing things out of balance when you are supposed to be elevating your family. You are not around. You are engaging in things that are out of your character, that is not elevating one's family. If a person is destroying nature without any just cause or reason, you are out of character, and that would affect those who have to come after. If you are going in the river or the beaches and you are littering and you are polluting our water sources, you are functioning out of character. You understand? You maybe could pass and tell people good morning how much times, but you are doing something else that is affecting something else. So Ifa is always telling us in many words to look after our character so that we could improve the condition of this earth. Ashe?
Ashe.
Abu Raboye.
I have come to realize that the Western worldview has given rise to the mentality of survival that has affected the way Ifa is practiced in the diaspora. I realized this when it occurred to me I was using Ifa as a survival tool and not as a tool for spiritual growth. Shaka?
Allah to me share, you see that particular part there? When we say that Ifa is a method for us to live our life, it simply goes back to the name of this program, you know. Ifa Orisa is a way of life. It is the way we live. 365 or 366 is the way we live every single day. And this even goes back to the times when, you know, our ancestors were carrying, you know, the labels and the banners that, you know, Orisa people were evil and bad people. A true devotee, we live in tune with nature. We live in tune with our brother, with our sister, with our family, with our elders. We pay homage to every single thing. Before we go and take a dip in the river, we'll touch the water and call Oshun and say, and say, yeah, bless us as we come here.
Man.
A true devotee, we don't litter. We don't even pitch garbage out of our vehicles because the world is the grove of Olodumare. Wherever we stand is the grove of Olodumare. So hence why Ifa Orisa is indeed a way of life. Ifa says in this particular Udu, if a person says that Ifa is not enough, that person should go and learn Ifa. Because Ifa is the compendium, the encyclopedia of the world that have made all things in existence. So it's not a tool or an accessory to scare people. You understand? And we also don't use Ifa as a weapon. No. We use Ifa as a way to live. Our success is largely dependent on Ifa. Every single thing. If we want changes in our homes, we follow the blueprint of Ifa.
Ashe.
Yes?
Yes,
if we want to know if our loved ones have crossed over in a way that is smooth, we consult Ifa. If a baby is born, we consult Ifa. If a woman is looking for fruit of the womb and she is trying, we consult Ifa to find out what is the blockage and what medicine we could use or whatever energy we need to appease to help her get that fruit of the womb. Sometimes a child is having problems in school or at home. right? Are we looking all over for answers? Are we not finding answers? Ask Ifa. Find out. Sometimes that child head needs some balancing, or that child need to appease Egbe or some kind of something. Ifa would tell us these things. But the more we run away from ourselves, is the more we would leave, our sacred science for other people to make better use of it than us. So it tells us we have to come back home. We have to come back home and get in to what our ancestors have left for us to practice.
Yes. I see. So we just have about 46 seconds before we go on a break. We're going to play some ads and come right back at you. It's all about the Orisa way of life. I'd just like to shout out the National Ubaloaye Festival. They're locked on. Alison Joseph, she's locked on. Kevin Springer is locked on. I'd just like to shout out the Allah and the members of our shrine, the Obatala shrine there in Tableland. They're always locked on and listening. Orisa way of life. On the street 919 FM. Karen Ford says that's no joke. So we're gonna play some bills and come right back at you. It's all about the Orisa way of life.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street 919 FM.
Belaruna Maosun, Yama Yalo Shagbanawa Dadao, Ariwa Robi Belaruna Maosun, Yama Yalo Shagbanawa.
Have you heard about Dr. Gillian Sampson? She's a qualified medical missionary and naturopathic doctor, providing foods with no frying, foods with no flour, nutritious herbal teas, natural juices, smoothies, and even individualized evidence-informed therapies that will balance and restore you to optimal health. Wait no longer. Call St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and the Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health Food Stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at Corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
I believe this is the same mentality you see increasingly around the world as other countries accept the Western worldview. What is the Western worldview? The Western worldview is based on certain beliefs. The main belief is the scarcity is the foundation of natural law. This is the belief that there is not enough for everyone. It is based on the idea, the reason I am able to place some food on my table is because someone else needs to be hungry. This belief is deeply ingrained and informs many other beliefs that make up the Western worldview. I have summarized them as follows. Competition and survival of the fittest is natural law. This means in order for one to survive, one must compete with others and be increasingly effective in the accumulation of things. 2. The environment is hostile and must be dominated and controlled. This idea has developed and progressed throughout Western history. I believe famines and other natural disasters experienced in the West led to the belief the environment is hostile and must be dominated. This is a driving force in the creation of what is now known as Western science, which studies the world we live in to dominate, exploit, and control Mother Nature. You can see the development of this idea from early European immigrants who spoke about conquering the wilderness and in America in order to survive. Oloe?
You see, so what our doctrine teaches us, everything is functional, meaning that everything is there for a specific time. Things are there within a specific place and space, and we are one with nature. Without certain things, mankind cannot survive. Meaning that if we seek to control, conquer, and dominate every single thing, it means we are putting our own selves at risk as well.
Shit.
Honestly. Because what Ifa teaches us is the fulfillment of one's destiny.
So true.
So, if something is destined to go in a particular way, one must not put themselves in that place to change or obstruct or impede the destiny or the natural course of how something is destined to go. Because you would again be functioning out of your character. And that's a serious thing. Many times, things are supposed to go in a particular way. But because of whatever is affecting man's ego or affecting one's ori, one is seeking to make a disruption. And that is not how Olodumare wants us to go. If there's a forest, that forest within itself is a natural habitat. A society by itself. When we say that Baba Eshu is the divine linguist,
divine messenger,
the divine linguist not alone for human beings, but for all animals, plants, trees, everything, rocks, everything that is on the earth is a living something that Olodumare have put here. So it means that we have to change our perception and change our reality, that it's only our neighborhood and our community is important. Everything in this world is important.
Sure.
It doesn't mean. Hence why long ago our ancestors would tell us stories of people like of energies like Papaboa in the forest and energies of certain places. Because everything has a guardian, everything has an energy. As we know in Ifa, there are priests of the dawn, priests of the dusk, priests of the moon, priests of the stars, priests of the forest, guardians of the forest, of the sea, of the rivers of all things. But when we disrupt things without a cause, Alatumishi, what then happens to mankind? Yeah? What happens to mankind? And then when we move further away from our connection with nature, it's then our lifespan becomes so shortened because we have moved away from our source. They say if a person is ill, Alatum Ishe, the healing is right or wrong in that community. There's herbs right or wrong. Yes. Herbs right in your yard, herbs on your street. Everything. But nowadays, mankind, we get so out of touch. We spray down everything.
Out of sync, as they said.
We out of sync, we spray down everything. So now, all we relying on are manufactured pharmaceuticals. I will go back.
And I just had that conversation with our man June today. You know?
I will go back to what my Ianifa said. We move away from so much of things. Giving our children purge, ponging medicine to heal ourselves, using natural seasonings to cook our food, to help us with our diet. You understand? We move away from everything and we live in fast. And as we know, when you live fast, what happens? You perish young.
Yes.
And that is what is happening all over this world. And not to mention our country. We move away from so much of foundation things that once helped us and things that once held our homes together. We move away so much. You understand? To go to the river is a blessing. To go to the sea is a blessing. To go in the forest, it's a blessing. Because there's healing there for all of us. How many people know when you go to the river, close to its source early in the morning, and you drink that water would cleanse you inside out. If you have any ailment, any sickness, that will just flush it out your system. Huh?
Yeah.
And these are serious things. When he say, Iba Oshun Shek Heshe, praise the mother of mystery. Oshun has many healing for us. Oshun has many healing there for us. She knows the secret of all Orisa. She worked with Ogun. She worked with Shango. She worked with all of them. She worked with all of them. Abu Raboye.
You know, Jamie's saying here, you know, the universe is full of abundance. There's enough for everyone to get a piece of the cake. Dana and the Wellington family is locked on.
Yeah.
Jamie again is saying it have a ripple effect on everything.
Yeah.
Everything vibrates.
And even as we say that too, the misconception that there's not enough is just man's greed. Olodumare have placed us here. So you think that Olodumare will send us to a place where there is not enough for all of us? There's enough for all of us. There is enough land space for all of us to have something. But again, the destinies of men and women vary. I won't play anybody no game. Our destiny and our Ori are different. It's a fact that some people would have different drives than others. But the reality is, this world is abundant. There's fish in the sea for all of us. There's enough for all of us to get. There's enough water for every community to get water. This is an island surrounded by water. Water on the outside and water running through and through.
Yeah.
So it tells us that when we are out of sync with ourselves, the effect of it affects those who are around us.
Also, Bevel Austin on the Shoot 919 FM Facebook page is saying that is very interesting twist, allowing things to run its course. But is one willing to accept things if they are causing discomfort to oneself? Taking note, this event was put in place for growth, but unknowing to you, will one be so accepting?
That's a very interesting comment.
Yeah.
And I thank him for bringing that comment here. Because even in this world we live a la Tumiche, there's a way to do things. I don't know if you had ever experienced in the country long ago when our ancestors would try to remove a tree, a big tree. There's a ritual they would have done before they remove a tree. Yes? They would appease whatever energy lived there because it's a living thing. And as we know, our ancestors, some of them reside where trees are. You understand? So if you go on your own and you just go and cut down a tree without thinking that this is our energy or that energies live there, what will then happen? You will cause a disruption. So that is why we say it's a way of life. You respect all things. You don't disrupt things that you think does not have a meaning to it. You understand? You don't. Like me, if I go in the forest and I have to cut anything, if I go hunting, I will do Iba. I will give praise. I will do the correct rites and rituals before I make my engagement, so that there would be peace while there and even when I make my departure. And as spiritual people, this is the way we do things. Yeah? That is the way we do things. You do things in a way that it is pleasing to Olodumare. That's the way we do things. Ashe?
Ashe. So we continue. Other people, strangers are hostile and must be dominated and controlled. From the perspective of some Western males, this includes the need to identify women as the weaker sex. With other ethnicities, survival of the fittest was proven when religious wars pitted one god against the god of another. The winner of such wars was believed to be the superior to the loser and had the right to exploit the loser in order to survive. With time, the loser converted to the winners religion in an effort to diminish exploitation. Chloe?
And again, what is our purpose as humans, as people coming on this plane to have a spiritual experience? Is it to oppress people? Is it to enslave each other? Is it that? Is it that? This begs again to question. If one is functioning in true spiritual alignment, one would move away from seeking, to disrupt the lives of others. You would be so focused on what you are about, you would not even seek to control or dominate the lives of others. Yes, all of us are put in place to do certain things. But if what you are doing is out of your spiritual calling, which is on your own, you are seeking to disrupt the natural flow of how other humans live, well then in time you will have to answer for that.
So true. We are all physical machines that live and then die, and the main purpose of life is to enjoy it as much as possible. The man responsible for this belief was Charles Darwin. The belief that man is nothing more than a machine who lives, and when he dies, he is converted to nothing more than dust. Man comes from dust, and dust to dust he will return. Of course, the whole mentality has created the mentality that life is totally meaningless and empty.
Alat, Umisha, as I read Ade, I felt a shudder in my spine. You know why? Because that is the mentality of plenty people walking around on this earth right now. In fact, in this country right now. We're seeing life as meaningless. Young men who using guns without discretion and without thinking, they're viewing life as something meaningless. When we carrying labels and promoting labels as like fully done and all of that, that means that we don't see a purpose for life. You don't see a reason to live and enjoy this earth. You don't even see a reason to live. Because again, once you could see a man as just something without value, it then becomes easy for you to kill a man. And that is what is going on in our society right now, as you read that. You're not seeing the value to anything. You could pull up in a vehicle and spray a whole street, kill innocent people, because again, you don't value anything. You don't value that an innocent person has to go home to take care of their children and their young ones. Look at that man who was working South Park, right?
Yeah, I read that.
The man worked so hard, went home, I think
he went to do something.
He went
come back.
to do something
and come back.
And two fellas ambushed him and killed him. And this was a man in his 60s looking to go home after to provide for his family. And I saw in the news that his wife was saying that she does not know how to tell his young son that her father had been killed. You could tell me this kind of thing? Huh? That's a serious thing we dealing with. When you don't see a value of this human essence. It means it means you could do anything. This in itself is a representation of Olodumare. Emi, life. No human cannot create life without the ashe of Olodumare.
Benny.
Without the ashe of Obatala.
Benny.
Without the ashe of Oshun. Without the ashe of the Irumale. Yeah. Human beings cannot make life just like that. It must have the blessing of Olodumare. So it is so sad in a society when we have moved away from seeing the value in humankind is when we could do things evil as that. Without thinking, without even questioning, hey, is my actions going to affect somebody? Look, I saw it the other day on the highway in this video clip. The kiss truck driver, he was going back on base. He have a home, he have a wife, you understand? And the recklessness of a driver cost him his life. He was on the slow lane, he was on the safe lane, on the left lane. And a man hit him on that lane. You understand? We have to pay attention to our actions. Pay attention to our character. Driving recklessly on the road, it is being out of character. Honestly, you could kill somebody. You could kill an innocent person who just looking to go home to their family. You understand? That's a serious thing. And most of us would say, all right, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't curse people, but we have to look at our character in its totality to ensure that we are on our way. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ashe.
Ugun Damilari says, Sweetness Flow says, so true. Ifa Bomero F. Alibi says, the key is balance. Jamie says, having order is not a form of control because it have laws.
Yes.
She says here, obedience is heaven's first law. Ifa also speaks on obeying the laws of the land. So if it have no order, lawlessness will be running amok. We are all governed by the laws. Karma is the king of balance. Mm-hmm. Just like the common cold and flu, everything has its season to run its course.
Ashe, thank you.
Ashe. So, we go again before we go for some ads. The environment is separate from us, as are other people.
The environment is separate from us. We are part of the environment, and the environment are a part of us. Are part of us. Mm-hmm. We are part of the environment as devotees, and the environment is part of us. Our sustenance is our environment. We get water from our environment. We get food from our environment. We've venerate our ancestors in our environment. We've venerate Orisa in our environment. Our environment is part of us.
Someone says here, Gunda Malari says, there that things like such are not spiritually awakened and therefore would not know their purpose in life. A glass of water tastes different. The sunlight feels different. Everything in the universe is seen with appreciation when the awakening happens.
Yeah. It's a fact. It's a fact.
You know? So we're going to go and pay some bills.
come back again.
And come right back again. Not for no short, no long period, lengthy period.
Very well.
You know, coming right back again. He found shall we have life on the street 919 FM.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Arriba, Ori, Belaru, Navaosun, Yama, Yalo, Shagbanawa, Dadao. Arriba, Ori, Belaru, Navaosun, Yama, Yalo, Shagbanawa.
An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Dr. Jillian Sampson and her team, over many years at their doctor's office, herbal store, and vegan takeaway restaurant, were able to restore persons with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other health conditions. Dr. Jillian believes that all diseases are 100% reversible if your body's in the right conditions and if God's name is glorified in your life. Visit their St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores, located at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Call them at 362-3427 or 769-8070 for more info.
Yes, so we continue. Other sponsors, Kamara's Culture Store, located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Chagona Store, number 26 and 27. Contact us at 868-672-8438, 868-320-8866 for all your authentic African products. The Nubian Experience, high quality African and African inspired clothing for today's kings and queens. We ship internationally. Contact number 688-1979. Email the Nubian Experience at gmail.com. Executive Exotic Vet Services by Dr. Nigel Loa, DVM, veterinary surgeon, 103 West Drive, Champlain, available for house calls. Telephone contact number 372-9121. Email nigelloa at hotmail.com. We are thrilled to announce the Agba Bijou, your go-to destination for stunning waist beads handmade in Ghana, West Africa, is taking orders. WhatsApp number 1917-702-4572. Efun Kemi Spiritual Creations, palm oil, black soap, rogbo, obi, shea butter, animals, Orisa pots, e-kings, LKs, waist beads. Contact numbers 363-1601. Facebook, Efun Kemi _spiritual _creations. Instagram, same as the above. TikTok, efunkemi.creations. Mother Mercedes and a group who has been sponsoring the Orisa Way of Life, Bella, Carol, Lady Mac, Simone Leon, Joko Tifa, and all other members.
Thank you.
You know, so also IBA 4 edition, IBA Music Festival, Saturday, May 11, 2024, Naparima Bowl Amphitheater, San Fernando. Artists, Empress Ajay, Farmer Nappy, Jaron Nurse, Darren Shepherd, and NLCB Fonclair, Naomi Sennett. Tickets available at the following locations: Cache, Center City, East Gates, Gulf City, Port of Spain, Ancient City, Java Nation, Food Hall, Piaco Plaza, Sion's Bar, San Fernando. Online at Island Tickets. WhatsApp, call Patricia at 868-770-1241. Naparima Bowl box office, May the 10th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. May the 11th from 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Celebrating the divine feminine energy. Also, there's a Shaka, there's the best dressed mom, so you can't get it Oloe at IBA Music Festival Airline. 2 tickets a Grenada. So if your friend or somebody, your significant other, jump out, you might be able to go to Grenada. And also, greetings from all Orisha's ancestor and Olodumare, Sunday, June the 2nd at 2 p.m. It is with great pleasure Awo Ifangunwa invites you to come join in Thanksgiving at 16th Street, Edinburgh, 500. For information and direction, please contact Awo Ifangunwa at 1-868-498-9813. So we continue.
That's right.
Violence is the natural state of the world.
Well, we see the implications of that in Trinidad and Tobago and moreover the world. And it's not now. It has ever been like that. But as I say, everything has a time and place. And everything has a reason. Yeah? Everything has a reason. But once the reason is not within good reason, then that is where the problem comes. When things are done without proper reason and without being in alignment of when it is supposed to be, that is when the problem comes. Where there is violence, where there is no need for violence, that's a problem. You understand?
Yeah.
That's how it is. And remember, we as the OTs, we strive for Iwa Pele, which is cool and noble character.
Benny.
Because look at in other countries, in countries where you would hear maybe one murder for the year. You understand? Or none. You might hear about petty crimes here and here. You might hear how these things in small doses. But in a country like ours, it's a stark, scary reality. Which means that in-depth spiritual intervention is needed here. Something to think about.
So true.
Honestly, something for us to really think about. Yeah?
Yeah.
Within the first 4 months of the year, murders have crossed 160. It means that something is happening under the surface that we are not paying attention to.
Benny.
It's a serious thing. The first 4 months of the year in our country where the population is 1.4.
1.5, 1.6,
You understand? Because we know, right?
Yeah.
There are unregistered additions.
Correct.
But nonetheless, a murder per day, it is far too much. Honestly, it is far too much. Because it is leaving a void for those who are coming up after.
So that at least 126, 27 days so far for the year.
How much men have been killed? How much fatherless homes are now there now without a father in the home? Yeah? Something for us to honestly pay attention to.
Awo Udugbemi Eshutu Meshe Summarin says, Ekale, my brother Iwo and Iku work together, and we know as ours a scenario will be created for one to transcend, be it violence, illness, accident. Every living thing has a birth date and a date to transcend.
Of course. And that is a known fact. Everything has its date, everything has its time, everything has its season. But we cannot get away from the fact that many times things are done by mankind that it is not within, the the grace of how Olodumare wants things to go. Honestly, there is death by heaven, and there is death at the hands of human beings. Honestly, if we do ada wale on someone who have passed, and we find out that their demise have been at the hands of human beings, it is not at the hands of heaven, meaning that they have been taken before their time, and these things happen. Honestly, that's why we often pray, may we not transition before our time. May the earth not take us before our time. May human beings not take us before our time. Because that's what happens. Honestly. I mean, that's why we appease about Ishu and about Ogun, and we give reference to our Ori. May our head not lead us to our demise. You understand? And that's a known fact. Sometimes there are cases where people are possessed, where people are under possession, and they go and they do miserable things, meaning they kill somebody, or they go in places where they are not supposed to go, and that energy is following you, and that energy is riding your coattail, and you just win things, and you can't even control yourself. You're making miserable here, there, and everywhere. These are things we must always think about. That's why we protect our homes by consulting IFA, to know if our young ones, our family, are covered well and in the right, are in the right operation. Because there are many things out there that could affect us. People out there calling energies that they don't know about, and making pacts with energies they don't know about. You understand? And would then find, bad luck is following them. And I have plenty people who would go and call things that are not their friends, who would invoke energies, and they think that it is okay, but they don't have the guidance or the know-how of how to deal with these energies when these energies come, and it affects them. And I have people who have incurred curse, and they are just going about here, there, and everywhere without aim. So that is why we always say it is good when you can sit at the feet of your elders and they could give you that guidance. That guidance of what not to do and what to do. You understand? Because that is life. Ashe?
Ashe. Ifa Bamere F. Alibi is saying here, to influence our youths, we need educational institutions designed to engage and uplift our youths, giving them hope of a progressive and positive future. We also need to look towards a focus on self-reliance. That is for Bemero.
But Allah to Michelle, all respect for that comment. It's in alignment, because institutions are there to manage the way people think, to manage the way that people would progress, and also institutions are there as a niche for people to harness and to manifest their true potential. So as us, who are people in Ish Eshe. This is a call too for establishments, for institutions to be institutionalized, to feed our young ones the doctrine of our practice.
Benny.
Because all groups have it. Because you could go anywhere in the world. Once your foundation is good, you would not depart from your teaching. And your teaching is there to assist you in this sojourn of your existence. And many times, as I say, we have moved away from our foundation teaching and we take up other people's ways of life that is of no benefit to our people, is of no benefit to us. We would as Ish Eshe practitioners, we know the way we do things. We have taught the world how to do things, and now the world is showing us the things we taught the world. It makes sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything is born out of IFA. The computer system, the binary system. You understand? The literary corpus. All of that. Medicine, music. We have taught the world, and now the world is teaching us what we taught the world. It come like a country which is rich in oil, and we are sending our oil elsewhere, and we are buying the the manufactured products of oil. Make sense?
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
You know, Jamie is saying if you climb a mango tree to pick mangoes and you meet a Jepness right where the mango is and you get sting, who is trespassing? The mango tree is yours? Jamie is there. You know, Jamie is trouble. Bevel Austin is saying violence is a natural way of things. Because there was even war in the heavens. Say, but, Jamie's also saying again, if so above, so below, why was we complaining about the lethal vaccine massacre? And the issue to me, Shea Summerin says, as I said, Iwo, taboo, the death for no one die. When breaking taboo, that's why we do DAFA regular, so as not to break Iwo.
Facts.
Earth is called the marketplace for a reason. Deals and bargains that take place, good or bad. Hi, Jamie.
Let's be on this side of good.
Yeah, that's Jamie. So we continue here. Those that are inferior must be dominated by those who are superior to enable the superior beings to survive.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to be on the side that is the side for us.
So true.
That is all it is in IFA. Everything has its place. Everything has its place. So whatever side you are on, make sure it's the side that you are made to be on. That's all it is. You might see something as meaningless, you might see something as weak, but all of us have our strengths and weaknesses. Your strength could be my weakness, or my weakness could be your strength. We are all called differently. That's what us is. No one is better than no one. We are all different. We are all called differently. And that's a statement that we always say in prayers. We are all called differently. Meaning, don't see someone as lesser than. Everyone has their purpose and their calling. That's how it is. That's how it is. There's a Udu called Iwuri Utura. The wise and the fool. The wise and the fool. The wise went in the marketplace and did not heed the advice of Ifa. He thought he knew everything, and he looked at the other person as a fool that did not know anything. At the end, the fool is the one who can't head away all the success of the wise. So who is now the fool now? So Ifa tells us in every single thing, you might be strong in something, but always be humble. We don't know everything. We are all students of life up until the day we die. The things that I would have known today, I did not know yesterday. So you give respect to all, because each person could teach somebody something. Nobody is the author and the end all of everything. Even in H. Yogbe, when Oren Ella had problems in an Ife and he could not find the source of the problems, he consulted his 2 hours to find the reason behind those problems. Even the teacher could seek help from the student. That's how it is. Ashe?
Ashe.
That's how it is.
Linearity is law.
It's law. It's law. In essence, Olodumare created his world and handed it off. We have the mothers, we have the Orisa, we have the Imale, we have the Irumale, we have humans. Everything has its place. Everything has its place. That's it. What section you are in, give respect to the other sections, but know your place. That's life.
Correct.
Whatever section it is, in fact you are, know your place. Just know your place in life. What they would say, a cockroach cannot go in a foul party.
No, you can't go there.
Know your place.
Kill him.
That's life. That's life. Majo Baje, that is life. That's the wisdom of Ifa, you know. Knowing your section. As our elders would say, know your sex and your size. Yes, Alatumishe?
Yes.
Yeah, even your parents would say that too. That is life, you know. People choose to be, what I would say, naive about things. Many times people suffer with self-deceit. If you know you are not for a particular place, don't go there. That is life. If I says if you can't swim, don't go and swim and say that if I would save you. Orisa said, don't go and climb a tree. If you know you can't climb a tree and say that, oh God, I will climb a tree. Baba Uguno Baba Ishu would save me. Know your place.
Know your pecking order.
Know your pecking order. Everything have its order. Yeah? That is giving respect to the different parts of the universe. Know your place. I can't say I am human and I'm serving Olokun and I look into a snorkel and I can't swim. Eh? What I'm doing there, Alatumishe? What I'm doing there? What are we doing there, Alatumishe? Huh? I say, okay, I serve in Oya. And I say, well, all right, I want to do something miraculous in the air. I can't fly. Huh? You give respect.
And where respect is due.
You don't know law, but you're going in the court and trying to talk law.
To play attorney.
To play attorney. What law you know? Eh? Everything has its place. Everything has its place. You want to play chef and looking to sell food and you don't know how to
boil rice.
How the food will taste. Huh? Allah to me, she look at.
Life is about taking as much as one can in order to ensure survival.
Now, we learn from the animals. We learn from life itself. And as devotees, we give respect to every single domain. And Ifa always tell us as devotees, you would always have to put away something for a rainy season. That is life. That is life. When there's rain, you store water for when there's no rain. When there's sun, you can have water in that season. Everything is seasons. Everything is seasons. So you would gather to put away for another season. That is life, Falatun Ishe. And have people who get lump sums of money. They ball this. What do they say? They balling?
Yeah.
You're balling, you're spraying, you're having a good time. But you did not put away some for a rainy season. Because that is our life. Orisa Ajay is a moving energy.
Ajay.
She moves from one house or one place to the other. Because human beings did not have good character to keep her. So she moves around. She moves around. The only person who was able to marry her was Orunmila Barami Agmonero. So that is why Ifa tells us, use wisdom.
Wisdom.
To accumulate. Use wisdom. And those who don't apply wisdom are the ones who will be... You know what I'm saying? And when I say that too, I'm also speaking to myself too, because I know I don't come here and try it a song pious. You understand? Use wisdom in all things. Ashe.
Ashe. No generalizations are always true. But this survey of commonly held beliefs does give us a basis to begin an exploration of how to develop good character from an Ifa perspective, especially for those of us who did not grow up in a culture that supports an Ifa worldview. If we study Ifa without examining our fundamental Western ideas, and if we do not come to understand how these ideas conflict with the wisdom of Ifa, we are simply giving Western values a different name.
It's a fact. To know more about Ifa, a person must study Ifa. And even if one is in the process of studying Ifa, one has to have mentors to even help them to decode certain things one read and to understand why our ancestors did certain things the way they had done certain things. That is life. Because everything has a shape behind it. Even if we take in Western concepts, we have to understand too that who are the children of Olodumare? And it's not to create any separatism or any barrier, you know. Different groups of people would innately do things differently. Yeah? We as the 40s, we would do things differently to other groups of people. We will do things differently. We'll be drummed differently. We'll call our creator a different name. Because that is the ashe and the universality of Olodumare.
Benny.
Nobody could put Olodumare in an enclosure and say this is all there is to know about Olodumare. Hence why when we get initiated, one of the main tenets they tell us is give respect. If a man is a Muslim, you give him that respect. If a man is a Hindu, you give him that respect. If a man is a Punjabi, you give him that respect. If a man is a Buddhist, you give him that respect. If a man is a Rastafarian, you give him that respect. And that is Ifa. But you must again know your section.
Germany section.
Know your section. Know your section. And that is all.
Yes. Competition based on a belief in scarcity generates jealousy. Those who embrace this world view justify the denigration of others who are perceived as a threat to earning a living. This is one of the root causes of racism and is a common motivation behind the use of racial slurs. From an Ifa perspective, this is Ibi, or bad fortune, created by invoking an Elinini. In this example, the Elinini is the self-generated demon who constantly tells us that God created some people to be better than others. The demon is used to distract a person from the idea that they are not too adequate to provide for their families, which is a logical consequence of the idea of original sin. Oloye?
And we now spoke about that there when we said that how could one put Olodumare or put Ifa in an enclosure? Nobody can. No group of people is better than the other. And we are Orisa, I will say on our program, speaking this respect, humility, patience, humanity. Once you live that, you don't have time for racism. Because if I am only to say that, here what? I will only depend on my group for survival, then I am breaking the laws of humanity.
Man.
Honestly. Because if you are in a government position, you have to take care of all people. If you are a community person, you have to take care of the community. You just can't say, all right, I will only take care of African people alone. You have to take care of everybody. That's how it is.
Man.
That's how it is. We need each other. We are interdependent on every single person. That is why we are born into communities. We are born into that's how it is. That's the way Olodumare designed our existence. To navigate with each other, to negotiate with each other. That is how Olodumare created it. Look, you run a reggae show. You understand? What you do is a service to that community. A service to them. Yeah? Musicians, they make music for the world. Look at Bob Marley's music world over. White people, African people, all kind of people like his message to humanity. And that's what it is. So racism has no place in Ifa.
Ashe.
Racism has no place in Ifa.
Ashe.
And I'll say it again.
Ashe.
Racism has no place in Ifa. Ifa is for all.
Universal.
It's a concept for all, for the world. Ashe.
Ashe. Once an Elenini has your ear, there is no motivation for changing your worldview. The only way to feed this demon and sustain the illusion is to surround yourself with others who are actively engaged in creating the same illusion. When this Ilinini moves from family to community and from community to country, it becomes the basis for demonizing other nations and is the single most common excuse for wars of aggression, that is to say wars that benefit the few at the expense of the many, resulting in a demonic illusion of us against them, which has no basis in the metaphysical principles of creation. The El Nini comes into being as the projection of gossip, which is a manifestation of collective jealousy. Ifa teaches we live in adamant universe and each person has a personal destiny. If we embrace our personal destiny, creation blesses us with the good fortune of long life. Family support the abundance. Ifa identifies abundance as providing that which we need, which can be different from providing what we want. I write these words by the day after people were rioting as they waited in line to purchase the latest update of Game Boy. It seems apparent to me that committing violence to buy a toy is the result of conditioning and does not reflect any transition qualities of the human spirit. The difference between knowing what we need and what we want is an important distinction. Understanding this distinction is the reason why gossip is taboo in traditional Yoruba culture. Oloe?
That's why in Ifa, to understand self is a key to our survival as an individual, as community, as everything, understanding self. Because once you understand self, you not giving your time to running after things that are frivolous to your growth and development a la Tumishi. You know that? You only seeking to put sustenance in your body to help you grow. Yes. I mean, everything has its part and place in this world. We may not know the reason for all things, but we often pray for wisdom to understand the reason and the rationale behind all things. But in the same vein and the same breath, that's why Ifa tells us in Age Yogbe, let us not be in a hurry to enjoy life. Ifa says, let us not do things with devilish tendencies. Let us do things so that we are able to rest well at night. And these are the teachings of Ifa that will keep us humble. Humble does not mean being stupid. Humble means being wise and choosing the right time and the right place to say and do things. A lot of people will think, yeah, boy, that man humble. Or humble and stupid. It is not that. It is using humility to live this life so that you could hold on to the rope of life with gentility.
I see.
That is life, you know. That is life. These days, everybody, I'm not saying don't work hard. We are not saying don't work hard and don't hustle to make ends meet. But don't lose yourself in the process. Our ancestors would say, you could be in the world, but what? Don't be
of the world.
Don't be consumed
by the world.
Because again, we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And yes, we would love the physical experience, but let us not lose ourselves in the process. Yeah?
Yeah.
You can live in a city. Nothing is wrong with that. But at the same time, within yourself, you must find that grounding. Don't lose oneself in this city. You understand? We have to keep ourselves spiritual. What Burna Boy saying? He say, remember what you were primordially before you were made into something else.
He's of the tradition.
Remember what you are innately before they made you think you were something else. So know your destiny. Know your place before other people make you feel you are something else.
Ashe.
Abura boyo.
Obuato. If you go to traditional Ifa elders with a complaint about another person's behavior, and that person is not present to give their side of the story, the elder will not listen to your complaint. Gossip is defined as saying anything critical of another person without that person being present. Notice the definition of gossip says nothing about the truth of the matter. Claiming a statement is true is the single most common justification of gossip. And in traditional Yoruba culture, invoking truth does not create an exemption to the need for the other person to be present. The inability to make the distinction between what we need and what we want fuels the flames of jealousy. In order to justify jealousy, it is necessary to demonize those who have something you don't have and think you need. Once you demonize another, the next step is justification of treating them in abusive ways. This process brings the El Nini of abusive behavior into the world and has a tendency to be passed from one generation to the next. Because the need for love and comfort is so strong in a child, anyone raised in a home that feeds the El Nini of abusive behavior associates abuse with love. This association covers the spectrum from verbal abuse to physical abuse and from physical abuse to sexual abuse.
Oh my God.
I'd just like to shout out the HSM Uba Baba Ararila Fakayode on the live right now. You know, continue. Uloe.
You read something there at the start about gossip and hearing both sides. In Ifa, Iwori Meiji, Ifa tells us that if someone brings a complaint to an elder, before that elder makes a judgment, the elder must hear both sides.
Benny.
Look at what is happening in our society today based on gossip. People would hear one thing and jump at what they hear without hearing or assessing both sides. Ifa says it is not good. It is not good. So a lot of people would be going a wrong life, making wrong with other people and going to other people and speaking. Ifa says if you are doing that, it is wrong. If you need to judge someone based on what someone is saying, you have to see that person too. The person, you are to try to bring both people together to quell an issue, you know.
And this is also the meaning of Majo Baje.
Yeah. Because what has happened too? Look at it. Gossip is defined as saying something or saying anything critical of another person without that person being present. So that is teaching us too how we are to deal with things. How we are to deal with issues pertaining to people bringing complaints about other persons. And you of your own self jumping on the bandwagon. Be careful.
Drinking people tea.
As we would say.
Local parlance.
Drinking bush tea for other people. Ifa. Ifa says it is wrong. It is not making this world a better place. It's making the world worse. Gossip. What Otura Mage, he says the uncontrolled tongue will tear itself apart like a piece of cloth. Will rip itself apart. Will make comments, will make confusion. We have to control the things we say. If we know something is not the way it is, why say it? We have to keep our head in alignment as well, not to go down that commercial road. You understand? It's just a road of destruction. What?
Let's watching HSM Uba Babarela Fakayuri says in Ijiok Bay, Ifa says we should measure the length and breadth of all things.
Of course. And what are you saying there? It's on point. When we say measure the length and breadth of all things, it means assess things. And many times people don't assess things. We deal with things with just emotion. That's why if I say it's in same age, Yogbe, let us not be in a hurry. Sometimes we too in a hurry, we get too hot. You get hot one time, you don't think. And you do things in a way that make things worse. You say something now that you can't take back. You understand? We have to be careful.
Yeah, PC is locked on.
Kali, yeah.
You know. So as we talking about once we demonize another, the next step is justification of treating them in abusive ways. The process brings the element of abusive behavior into the world and has a tendency to be passed from one generation to the next. Because the need for love and comfort is so strong in a child, anyone raised in a home that feeds the element of abusive behavior associates abuse with love. This association covers the spectrum from verbal abuse to physical abuse and from physical abuse to sexual abuse.
That's a serious thing.
And
it simply tells us too, it's an energy. And this energy needs to be dismissed. What could help us dismiss these type of things? Ifa, spirituality, a total change in the spiritual paradigm, a total shift in the spiritual frequency. You have to do that because traumas are passed on, it is passed down. Trauma could happen 60 years from now. 60 years from now. And if it is not dealt with, sometimes, as I say, certain things need, in fact, all negative things must be dismissed and sent away to a place that cannot affect us. We have to learn how to dismiss things the right way. We're not saying sweep it on the carpet, you know. Spiritual intervention is the proper spiritual intervention, number one. Also, the proper physical intervention, which is the counseling and the therapy. These things are needed too, to get rid of certain things, lest it is passed on from generation to generation to generation. And what helps most times in intervention is going to the grove. Yeah? Going to the grove. You of your own self are actively responsible for the generation to come after you. So that is why when a person goes to the Rove. There are the Babalawo, the Ianifa, the Udub Honor, the supporting Awos to help bring forth the good message of Ifa so that you could understand where you are now and what you have to shed in moving forward. We have to break a lot of things within ourselves lest it affect our generation to come. It's a serious thing, you know, Alatum Ishe. A lot of us would think in a selfish way that here what I am out here to enjoy myself and not think about anything else, but no, there are others coming after you. Once you have children, you have to study them. Once you carry a family name, you have to study your family. It may not be your immediate family. It may be your cousins, this one, that one. Once you carry the blood of your family in your veins, you have to be mindful of the things you do, lest it affect those who concern you and others around. Ashe.
Yeah, it says here, Majio Baji Ubalu of TNT. We shall fulfill our traditional rights, even in the presence of El Nini. Ifa will always help us. Eshu will disarm, dismember, and put it in a place where it can do no harm. Oyayini Gera is watching. So we continue. If you read the psychological literature describing children who claim to be possessed by the devil, behind each incident you find a deeply wounded child. In other words, the child images demonic possession in hopes it will protect them from abuse. In contrast, the Elinini of abusive behavior is a demon without a name and without a face. Because of cultural conditioning, children will embrace a recognizable demon like the devil in a desperate attempt to ward off the invisible Elinini. It is a conflict that can only lead to mental illness, what Ifa calls Ori Burukuru, consciousness that brings death and destruction. Oloe?
This is a very sharp topic that now come up here. They say one good Uri affects 200 Uri. You understand? They also say that a bad Uri could attract death, could attract sickness, could attract loss, could attract negative things. That is why we serve our head from time to time to ensure that we are in the proper frequency, not to attract certain things to us. And even as you spoke about that in this current sojourn right now, worldwide, we could see where mental illness is affecting a lot of people based on their experiences, based on their interactions, and based on the things they are feeding themselves. Remember, we'll say, hear the elders say, the eyes are the windows to the soul. What you look at affects you. What you look at, it is downloading in your head, good or bad. So if we are not putting in the proper food in our lives, not just the food we eat, but the things we feed our eyes, the things we feed our mind, it affects our Uri. So that's why right now, the reality is real. The reality is, and I would always go back to it. Alatumishe. Maggio Baji. Look at our country today. When we speak about music and the effects of music on the minds of people, and people will say, no, the music is not affecting people. Music is a spell. But if you are listening to a spell that is not good, how you would function? Eh? Alatu Miche. Yeah?
Your head swinging.
Your head will be spinning, your head will be shaking.
I was gonna say, swinging.
So when in the era when it was peace, love, and unity, and conscious music was ringing in every nook and cranny, and the people was irie, they were under that spell. But now in a place where we have gunman lyrics, every youth in every section at Trinidad and Tobago want to bring out a gun tune of what they will do or what they planning to do and what kind of matic and what 9 and 7 and 6 and wherever it is. Based on the music they are listening, it's a spell that is affecting their uri.
Many.
People would say, oh, the music have no influence. Music affects our society. Don't get carried away and don't play yourself any games or don't be naive.
Don't get yourself stupid.
Music is a serious spell. When you hear music that is good, you feel good. You feel prayerful. You want to pray. You hear a song that uplifts in your spirit. You feel good. This morning I was going to work. I was playing David Rudder High Mass in my vehicle. And I just put myself in a zone of giving praise. But if I was playing something to go and bad up somebody, I'd have been programming myself. So the first person who stepped out of line, I would have sought to bad them up.
Yeah.
Music is a spell. Yeah? Everything is a spell. Soca. Good soca. Sweet soca. Good calypso. Make you feel good. Yeah? Mm-hmm. That's why too, when you're looking to get in the mood, you will put on some nice slow jams.
Yeah.
Everything is a spell. It's set in the mood.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
So we just gonna bring down the curtains here on the program. We continue with the El Nini conversation because we have a lot to go.
Yeah, a lot
this
to go.
topic is very large, so we just gonna give you a little more about it. The generational curse of abuse is often sustained through addictive behavior. The addiction numbs the feelings of guilt and creates an opening for ignoring consequences of our actions. This problem has become so epidemic in Western culture, we are at risk of losing the ability to complement one another. Addiction destroys the ability to access empathy. Without empathy, there is no family and there is no community because there is no trust. We trust those who share common experience and who are able to communicate that shared reality. The impact of addiction on the culture is the suppression of empathy. To make a compliment or express concern is often viewed as a sign of weakness, and showing weakness makes us vulnerable from attack by those who are jealous of what we have. I'm going to stop here. Oloe?
It is so vast and how broad this topic have taken on us. I mean, it's within the paradigm that we always look at, But at the same time, it's very deep. And it makes one even examine what we do and why we do things on a daily basis and how things affect the other within our society. And I strongly believe as well, understanding El Nini, it aligns well with us walking the path of our destiny. Because once we know that we are on the proper path, we would not fall victim to ills of society. Yeah?
Straight to that.
So we give thanks. We give thanks so much. Asheo.
So, Oloe, you know, anything in living, because you know we go and jam down the place with the music.
Yeah, well, I just want to say,
ads.
and I just want to say again,
Makela, if you want me,
what you
they
say?
come on late, she know, come on. Such an important topic in our community.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue because this topic is very broad.
Yeah.
And it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, as I was saying, I just would like to say thanks to all our loyal listeners. Thank you so much. Also, too, I just want to reiterate as well, congratulations to you, Majiob Ajay, and the entire Obaluaye Council of TNT. I say kudos and massive congrats. Also, too, as we go forward as a people, let us look out for each other.
Man.
That is all we could do. Nobody is saying, you know, see for yourself, but you would be in a position too where you would want somebody to see for you and to give you a heads up. Look after each other. That is all we could do. Do the good work and continue to support each other. That is all it is. Nobody knows the head that will wear the crown tomorrow. Nobody knows who could help who tomorrow. Let us live good. Let us trim and throw away the things that are holding us back as a people. All the gossip, all the fight down, all the talk, all the things that are not getting us anywhere and are not adding to our growth and development. Let us grow. When we say grow, it means let us give respect to where respect is due. You give your respect and you move forward. Because the world is a cycle. You disrespect somebody today, expect that disrespect coming for you sometime in the future or tomorrow. Let us live good. And according to the words of Ifa in Utura Meiji, what you do, good or bad, is what you would reap tomorrow. If you do good, good will follow you. If you do bad, well, that is your portion. That is the words of Utura Meiji. So let us give all praise to Olodumare and our Ori for having us here on this Monday. Aburu, Aboye, Aboshishe.
So I'd just like to speak some of the comments. HSM Bawa Arila Fakayode. Thanks to all who came out to celebrate Ubaluaye this year. And congratulations to all the awardees and the new titles. Makela Ifunwumi says, oh yes, my dear, self-accountability is most important. Oyayini Gera says, let us look out after each other and hold ourselves accountable so that together we can bring about a better condition. Yaomi says, Ashe, you know, so we moving in a good direction.
We do our best.
We need to support each other. So I'm just going to play some music and I'm going to play some ads. And to all those in the community, I mean, again, the program is not free to run. There's equipment here, you know, and drip by drip, you can fill the bucket. Myself and Oloe Shaka, We don't want the money. Sponsor, you know, to the Chini Bashment Limited. You know, get in contact with us, send a little sponsorship so we could continue growing because people in the community, I mean, who doing music, who have a little business, you're seeing people in the community, ads are being played here, you know, and it's not free and it's not cheap to do these kind of things. You have a platform, right? So fill it up, gather them, bring it, wherever you're doing, songs or dance, wherever, you know. This is our community. And
also, too, we are here to shine light on everyone. That's what this mission is. It's to shine light on everyone. You know, we are not about
fame and fortune.
Or in one group over the other. We are here for the community. We are public servants to the community.
Correct.
We are servants to the community.
Correct. I also want to tell those of you on the Sheet 919 FM, you know, as the Maji Obaji of Trinidad and Tobago, Ayala to Mishe Ifaba Mishe Aganki, my Thanksgiving will be on the 24th of August. You know, my Earth Song is on the 14th, but I give respect to where respect is due because the Ocean Festival starts, you know, and I believe in respect. So the week after Ocean Festival is my Thanksgiving at Lot 226 Cassava and Gova Drive, KP Lands,
you know, we come
Valencia. Right? You know, I have ancestral procession the morning before, and then the Thanksgiving starts at 6 p.m. Come in decency and respect. You know, I will appreciate white.
All roads lead to your place.
Yeah, all roads lead to up the road in Valencia, you know. Sure. So I'm just going to play some music and then we're going to go to some ads and finish off the Farisha way of life, how we finish it off with style. You know? So people be safe. Walk right.
Yemoncha de wa yawa, Yemoncha de wa yawa, Yemoncha de wa riwo. Yekwemio, Yemoncha de wa yawa, Yemoncha de wa yawa, Yemoncha de wa riwo.
street, 919 FM. The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street, 919 FM.
Arriva, Rori, Bella, Runa, Maosun, Yama, Yalo, Shagbanawa, Dadao. Arriva, Rori, Bella, Runa, Maosun, Yama, Yalo, Shagbanawa.
An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Dr. Jillian Sampson and her team, over many years at their doctor's office, herbal store, and vegan takeaway restaurant, were able to restore persons with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other health conditions. Dr. Jillian believes that all diseases are 100% reversible if your body's in the right conditions and if God's name is glorified in your life. Visit their St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores, located at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Call them at 362-3427 or 769-8070 for more info.
Arriva, Rori, Bella, Runa, Maosun, Yama, Yalo, Shagbanawa, Dadao. Arriva, Rori, Bella, Runa, Maosun, Yama, Yalo, Shagbanawa.
Have you heard about Dr. Jillian Sampson? She's a qualified medical missionary and naturopathic doctor, providing foods with no frying, foods with no flour, nutritious herbal teas, natural juices, smoothies, and even individualized evidence-informed therapies that will balance and restore you to optimal health. Wait no longer. Call St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and the Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
Kings and queens, from a land so far, and we were brought here from Africa, kings and queens, from a land so far, and we were brought here from Africa. And Lord, oh Lord, I was born free. Yeah. Shango Baba, Shango Lodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wolodo, Kabile si Olodo Ba, Shango Baba, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wolodo, Kabile si O. Shango, Ocho pewe koko, koya koya. Shango pewe koko.